In Saudi Arabia.
I'm not a Saudi. I don't know nothing about Saudi.
Is there any tradition?
I'm from North Africa.
Well, in North Africa, is there a tradition like this? Now, don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you, right? But is there a tradition?
I'll call the police.
Is there a tradition where people go around going, slapping people like that?
What that mean to you?
Someone done that.
This is in your hadith of Muhammad.
You're saying.
Don't get excited.
No, I'm not getting excited. He's trying to explain to you because why?
No. Bukhari, don't get upset.
He is Sahih Bukhari.
Bukhari.
He's not upset,
I'm not upset.
You are, you
You're
get
not
upset.
upset.
You get upset.
I'm upset
I
about
get
you
upset.
because why?
I get upset. If my prophet was beating women, I get upset. What is the seal of prophethood?
What? What's your argument? What about the prophethood? What about it?
My friend.
There's a plethora of things you could bring up. You haven't even put an argument forward.
My friend, what is the seal of prophethood?
My friend, the seerah? Are you talking about the seerah?
You've got an MA. Come on.
You haven't put anything forward yet.
What have they been teaching you, the Dawah team? I want you to give me an example, let me finish, of a hadith where you can show a good chain of narration where you can say that companion verifies that this is eyewitness or good information about Muhammad. Can you do that? Seal of the prophethood is? Will you tell me, Muslims, tell me what the seal of the prophet is? Do you know? Do you know what it is? Are you ready? Are you ready for what the seal of prophethood is? What is the seal of prophethood? If you can convince me that this is a prophet, I'll become a Muslim right now. I'll become a Muslim right now if you can prove to me that this is a seal of prophethood. Come on.
Is it 24? I'm not sure. Let him read his own Bible.
Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm going to be convinced by the mighty Islamic Dawah team here. Are you ready? What is the seal of prophethood? Are you ready? What is the seal of prophethood, brother?
Contradicting yourself. I'll tell you how.
What is the seal of prophethood?
Can I say one thing? Allow me to speak.
Yeah.
Before you even accept Muhammad as a prophet, you have to accept Jesus as a prophet. So you have to leave Jesus being God and accept him as a prophet.
We believe, can I just say?
Do you believe Jesus is a prophet?
Let me see.
Then we can move on to the next step.
Okay. We believe Jesus, listen, don't run away.
I'm not.
Don't run away. I know you want to dance, but don't dance yet, mate. Right. We believe that Jesus.
Answer my question,
I'm asking. We believe Jesus is a prophet, priest, and king, and the Son of God. Do we not?
But at the same time, you believe he's God as well.
Wait a minute.
Do you believe Jesus to be God?
Let me
It's
explain.
a simple question. Do you believe Jesus to be God? Yes or no?
Christian theology, all the Christians here believe that Jesus is prophet, priest, and king, and the Son of God.
Son of God.
God. Right. Now let me ask you a question.
No, you haven't answered my question.
He's
You
running
have
now.
not answered my
Let
question.
answer this question.
You haven't answered my
In
question.
Islamic theology,
I'm so sorry. But you
how
haven't
come?
answered
What
my
is
question.
Muhammad's prophethood?
I'm so sorry.
What
but you
is
haven't
the
answered
seal
my
of his
question.
prophethood?
I'm so sorry,
He's
but you
running,
haven't.
you see.
I'm not.
He's running, you
I
see.
ask you a simple question.
You won't answer my
Before
question.
you even accept Muhammad as a prophet,
Answer
you
the
have
question.
to accept Jesus as a prophet.
What is
and
the
you have
seal
to
of
deny that
prophethood?
Jesus is not God.
What
Then you
is the
can move
seal
on
of
to Muhammad.
prophethood? You won't answer.
I hope he answers those.
What is the seal of prophethood? What is the seal? He's run away. He asked me a question. I've answered it. Now, what is, come on now, Muslims. You might get me to become a Muslim if you answer this. Are you ready now? What is the seal of prophethood? No, answer the question. No, don't answer with the
No, by you standing there, what is the point you're trying to prove? Are you preaching Christianity? Are you preaching Christianity? Are you preaching Christianity?
See, they're diverting all the time. They're diverting. We defeated them on the Quran text, the ancient manuscript. They've been defeated. The blood's on the floor. Hamza's gone on holiday to Butlins or Blackpool somewhere for Blackpool pie, for black pudding. Hamza's gone away for a holiday. Mohammed Hijab's chilling out there. Mohammed's chilling out there. They don't want to debate. So, I'll become a Muslim if you answer this question. But you cannot answer the question. Mohammed, do you want to answer it, bro? Mohammed, come on.
Are you there to compare
We the big man.
Are you standing there to compare religions?
No, mate.
Then why are you a Christian, yeah?
Hey, mate,
Are you a Christian?
Hey, I don't dance to
Are
your
you a
tune.
Christian?
I don't dance to your tune, bro. I dance to my old tune.
Are you a Christian?
I dance to my old tune, bro. I don't dance to your tune. Now,
Can't just be
are you ready? Are you ready to this?
Are you comparing religion?
What is prophethood?
Are you comparing religion?
What is the seal of prophethood?
Are you comparing religion?
The book.
I'm going to show you
The book.
the book.
Yeah.
Sure.
The Quran.
Sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm complexed. We're in the mighty Dawatis with all the great intellects, with all the great scholarship, and no Muslim wants to tell me what the seal of prophethood is. I wonder why you don't want to tell us what the seal of prophethood is.
You defeated us. You done it.
I'll tell you what it is.
You done it.
In the hadith, the seal of prophethood is, and they don't want to talk about it, is that Muhammad had the mole the size of an egg. And that makes him a prophet. Guess what? I've got a mole so big it'll make your eyes water. You ought to be following me. And I won't tell you where my mole is. Yeah? I won't tell you where my mole is, but that doesn't make you a prophet. Yeah? So Muhammad is a false prophet.
You know you sound like a joker.
Now let's get on to satanic verses.
You know you sound like a joker.
Are the satanic verses true? When Muhammad worshipped three gods, was that true or false? Does anybody know the satanic verses?
You know you sound like a joker now. You know that.
The satanic verses.
Worship
You know that, don't you?
Worship
You know that, don't you?
Because
You know you sound like a joker now.
answer the question.
You know you sound like a joker
What
now,
is the
don't you?
seal of prophethood?
Are you here to compare religion?
You're attacking me as a person, sir.
Yes, I am. Are you here to compare religion?
Don't attack me as a person.
Are you here to compare religion?
Listen, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Are
do
you
this.
here to compare
I'm going to
religion?
phone Hamza. I'm going to phone Hamza. Right? Are you ready?
You know you sound like a
Hamza. I know you're on holiday in Blackpool, but we got a guy here who's doing ad hominem attacks. Could you teach him a lesson in doing logic, bro? All right?
Yeah, joking, man.
Right. Yeah, you don't like it. Satanic verses. Satanic verses. Are the satanic verses true when Muhammad worshipped three gods? Is that true historically? Is it true historically? Is that true? Is that true?
Is that bothering you?
No, it should bother you, bro. It's not bothering me. It proves that Muhammad's a false prophet. Yeah. Now, the Muslims will tell you, and this is where they lie and tell you lies, they will say it's in Tabari, that's true. But what they will say is the satanic verses are not proper historical information because it comes from Tabari. Right? But guess what? Guess what the Muslims don't tell you? Guess what the Muslims don't tell you? It ain't just in Tabari, it's in Ibn Ishaq. It's in your earliest biography. It's in your earliest biography. The satanic verses where Muhammad worshipped 3 gods is in your early biography.
You sound like a joker.
False prophet proved. False prophet proved. The satanic verses. Now, Muhammad liked women, did he not? So we've established that he ain't a prophet because of the mole on his back. The mole.
There is a proof of
The
paganism.
mole. The mole.
There is right there.
Attacking me as a person now. They're all getting upset now.
Was he covered?
They're all getting- Give me a hug.
Was he
Hug
covered?
me. Hug me, guys. Show me some love. Come on. How are you? I'm all right. Hug me. Give me a hug. Come on. Of course. Show me a hug.
As a human, yes.
Yeah. That's it, man. I like it.
As a human being, of course, you are good.
Now let me 20 quid. All right.
You're from Manchester.
All right.
How are you? Are you all right?
What's the seal of prophethood?
And he's not God.
What are you talking about?
What's the seal of prophethood? What makes Muhammad a prophet? The seal of prophethood.
He brought oneness of God. He brought a book.
Listen, here's a lie.
He will not take that challenge on.
Listen to me. Listen.
Can you go to the premise that I ask you, sir?
Let me ask you something. Listen, here's the lie. Here's the lie. You talk to me.
I'm talking to him.
Can I say something?
No, brother, I have
Can I say something?
Put the camera on him.
No.
And promise me you won't edit this.
Give me a hug first.
Why?
We don't need to hug
me
each
a
other.
hug.
We're having discussion.
Hug
We
me.
can hug each other.
Hug
We
me.
can hug each other.
Hug me.
No.
Hug me.
Not really.
Hug me.
Not really, brother.
Let me tell you something.
Can I ask
Wait a minute.
If they say Jesus was
It's like Lauren Hardy, isn't it?
yeah, the first lie that the Christians have is in the picture, showing that he's covered. Now, if Jesus was crucified, he would not be covered, wouldn't he?
Are they
Why
finished
is he?
now?
Why is he like that? I
Have
mean,
you
you're
finished?
trying to say Muslims believe in paganism.
Have you finished
and all
now?
that, but yet you've got a cross over there.
Have you finished?
You've got a cross over
Have
there.
you finished?
Isn't that paganism?
Have you finished? I tell you why. That's in the Bible.
It's in
It's
the
in the
Bible.
Bible.
What, that?
It's in the Bible. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me
That
show
in the
you.
Bible.
Let me show you. Paul says, are you ready? He says, this is what he says. This is what he says. Are you ready now? Are you ready? He says this. Are you ready? He says, oh, he's going now. He's going now. He's going now.
I'm busy. I've got
Oh,
more
you're
important
going
things
now.
to do.
You're going now. Paul says, we preach Christ crucified, bro. End of debate. Right.
That doesn't mention whether he's
Seal of the
covered or not.
prophets.
That doesn't
Seal-
mention whether he's covered or not.
God bless you. Seal of the prophets.
You didn't answer the
Big,
question.
listen,
He said
seal
he's
of the
in Bible.
prophets.
You
Seal of the prophets. Listen, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Muhammad had a mole on the back of his back, and that was supposed to be a proof of prophethood. That's a load of baloney.
What's your name?
That doesn't make him a prophet. Number two, the satanic verses are in your earliest biography. Ooh, that's bad.
Hear me out.
Now, number three, did Muhammad teach to beat your wife?
No. There is a way how to beat your wife.
Oh, how do you do that? Yeah,
Like
come
this,
here, come here,
like
come here.
this.
Show me. Come on, bro.
I'll show you. You can beat your wife like this.
Ooh,
No, that's not mean you're beating your wife.
do it again.
That's it.
Ooh,
That's it. This is how you beat.
Violence,
but
bro.
But you get it wrong.
we have
There is a
Bukhari.
way.
We have Bukhari where one guy slaps women. One guy slaps women, and Muhammad's laughing, going, ha ha ha.
That's not true.
It's true. It's in
Where did you read
Bukhari.
this?
I got it in my bag.
Show me.
You want it?
Show me. Come on. I want to see that. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, come on. Let's see what kind of books you got. Interesting.
Here it is. We got it here.
There you go. Come on.
But I'll tell you this much.
Put that there. Is that your bag?
Help you out. We're trying to help you out, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is not in the book.
No,
You
this
write
is
it
in the
down.
Quran, bro.
Where is it? Okay, I'll show you the
It's
Quran.
even better than the hadith.
No, this is. I thought.
There you are. Read it in the Quran.
Show me the Quran. Which verse?
Read it in the Quran. Surah 4. Read it.
Open it, open it. No, open it. You show me.
You open
No,
it.
you show me. You show me. You show me.
I can do Quran by heart.
Okay, go on.
Are you ready? Surah 4:34.
The name of the surah, please.
Surah.
Woman.
Women, Nisa.
Nisa.
Woman. That's the second, please.
Are you ready?
Okay, one more, please.
Says this. Men are protected of women because God has made some of them excel others because they spend their wealth on them. So a virtuous woman obedient and guard in the husband's absence what God would have them guard. As for those for whom you apprehend infidelity, admonish them, then refuse to share their bed, and finally hit them. And the Quran translator has put lightly, that's not in the Quran.
Bro, wait.
That is added.
You're
You
wrong.
understand.
You have to understand.
You have to
Are
understand.
you ready? I'm going to give you more sources. Are you ready? Refute this. Surah 38:44 is Bukhari.
Let us comment on this.
No, explain this.
No, listen,
Explain this. Explain
Let's
this.
finish what you're talking
No,
about.
let me finish.
Let's come on to the first one.
Sahari Bukhari. Not Bukhari. Bukhari.
Bukhari.
Yeah.
Sahih al-Bukhari.
Yeah, not Bukhari.
Okay,
Yeah.
not-
Bukhari. Yeah. Are you ready? Listen.
No,
Listen.
you're right.
Right? 72, 715, husband beats, says husband beats and can beat the wife and submit to the husband's sexual desires. Right? Sahih Muslim 42127, he struck me on the chest. Muhammad struck a woman on the chest and caused pain. Muhammad struck a woman and caused pain. That is in Sahih Muslim. So this is in Bukhari. This is in Muslim. These are your best historical sources.
Let me check Bukhari.
So there, Sahih Muslim 93506. Here it is. Abu Bakr. Listen. Abu Bakr slaps women. Muhammad, listen, Abu Bakr slaps women and Muhammad laughs. That's in Sahih Muslim 93506. Listen, I provided you 3 of your best historical sources, 2 Quranic verses, all show that Muhammad beat women and encouraged beating women.
That's a lie. Because we try to help you out. All the information that you got is completely wrong. Is nothing right for what you said. So you have to know exactly the
Let me
verse.
explain. I understand. Let me explain. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to explain. When there's something in the hadith that you don't like, it's not authentic.
Not like that. Not like
When there's something in the hadith that is not you don't like, it's not authentic.
You said Muhammad beat his wife.
It's my
If there
friend.
is a way, you have.
Right, refute it. Show me it's not in Bukhari.
Look. No, wait. Explain to you.
Show me.
No.
me.
We are following what you're saying.
Don't get excited.
No, I'm not getting excited. We try to explain to you because why?
No. Bukhari, don't get upset.
It is Sahih Bukhari.
Bukhari.
It's not upset,
I'm not
man.
upset.
You are. You're
You
getting
are
upset.
upset.
You're getting upset.
I'm upset
I
about
get
you
upset.
because why?
I get upset.
Man,
If my prophet was beating women, I get upset. You're getting upset.
No, man.
You are getting upset.
You know what? Because
So explain to me.
Exactly. I'm upset.
Bukhari.
Yes. Go. No, wait.
That's a reference. You're gonna check
We
it here.
would like to follow the information that you give us. We want to explain to you that it's wrong. Because you understood those things is wrong. This
friend.
one is written by you. You
Explain to me.
Okay,
why
let's
it's
go to
wrong.
the verse. We will explain to you slowly. Okay?
Sure.
We explain to you that Muhammad, it's never...
Explain to me. Abu Bakr,
No, we
right?
have to go through the verse,
Abu
man.
Bakr goes up to women, dish, ha ha ha, laughs. Goes up to another woman, dish, ha ha, laughs.
Where is this?
And then Muhammad
Where is it
is
mentioned?
going,
He was
ha ha.
Where is it
Where is
mentioned?
this?
So explain to me
Okay, show me this.
that this is not abuse.
We have to go through that one by one.
Go through it then. Go on.
Okay, show me. You saw it. I never saw that.
Yeah, your reference.
I have not seen it, man. So how can I don't know the Quran by heart. Okay. No, forget about your paper. Forget about what did you write. No, forget about what did you write.
Don't touch.
That's your paper.
Don't touch
I don't
my-
want this.
Don't get excited.
Because you come, you
We are chilling now. Don't worry, bro.
Show us the proof. Show us the
This
proof.
proof
Wait a
is-
minute. Can I just
okay.
ask you a question? And then I'll say,
Okay, go on.
if you won the debate and I became a Muslim and then I left Islam, what would happen to me?
It's up to you. That's your choice.
So what would happen to me in Saudi Arabia if I became a Muslim? Because you
Nothing gonna happen to you.
convinced
They're
me.
not gonna kill you. don't
And
worry.
then I left
You're
Islam.
not getting
What would
killed,
happen
man.
to me?
No one will kill you. That's your choice. You want to be.
What happens in people get killed for leaving Islam in Saudi Arabia. So even if you won this discussion,
No, they don't get
You don't
killed.
understand.
They
That
don't
verse-
get killed.
and I became a Muslim then left, I'll get killed.
No, you're not gonna get killed.
It's
though.
called apostasy in Sharia.
Okay.
So this is a fake debate,
Okay,
isn't it?
man.
No, no. Let's
Because
go
no one
back.
can ever win it.
Okay.
No one can ever
Brother,
win it.
brother, this one is a different subject. Let's go back to the subject
story.
we were talking about.
Google
I
it,
want to
Google it.
I want to go through that in the Quran whether you have seen it. Because
Which one?
this-
Sahih
this-
Muslim. Are you ready?
So which is I cannot.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Say
My
Muslim.
friend, I know you want to be a ballet dancer, but just keep still. Keep still.
Yeah, say Muslim.
Keep still.
We want you.
I like you.
Thank you. I like
Nice
you
to
too.
see you. To see
Nice
you
to
nice.
see you too. Nice to see
Nice to see you. To see you.
No, no,
Whatever the end
no,
is,
it's not gonna finish.
I can just say this: that you two are some of the nicest Muslims I've ever met. Yeah?
Thank you.
You're really,
Thank you.
really nice
Appreciate
guys.
that. Appreciate that.
And
Appreciate that.
I'm not doing this out of spite. I sincerely believe this. So if I'm wrong, I'll be corrected.
Perfect. We are learning. We are
I'm not doing this out of spite.
We like you, otherwise you're not here.
Okay, all right.
We are learning
So
from each
look
other.
at. Explain to me. Sahih Muslim
Yeah.
93506.
Oh, shit.
We will go one by one, slowly. We'll explain to you, try to help you, to give you a good information.
Okay.
We don't want you to.
So what's
get
the Arabic for slap?
slap? Slap like slap. There is a slap like slap to the face. Okay. Slap like I slap you.
So is that what they do in?
This one's a-
you know, in
But
Arabia.
when you say
Can I just say, if I'm in Arabia, and I see a woman and I go. You go.
Yeah.
Is that what they do?
No, it's not.
Is that?
Because you,
You go. Yeah.
you funny.
Is that what they
guy.
do? Is that what they do? Is that what they do? Is that what they do?
Let me explain
And
to
then
you.
they laugh.
No,
Is that what they do?
no, it's not that. Okay,
Well, explain then. You got to explain to me what it's all about. Sahih Muslim 93506. Abu Bakr slaps women and Muhammad laughs. Must be some strange custom I don't understand. I don't know. I made it up.
Yeah, you made it up.
I made it up.
Got on a bit of paper,
Does Sahih Muslim exist? Does
You look
Sahih
like you write with your foot, Bob. What's that? You look like you write with your left foot, actually.
No. Hey, mate, I don't know who you are, but you're looking cool, mate. I wish I had pants like that. You look like Linford Christie on steroids. You look like Linford Christie on steroids, bro. I'll tell you what, you got a nice smile.
Who's that?
Linford Christie. So again, we're having a council, the Council of the Arab Tribes here, discussing the great issues of our time. You know, it would help if your Muslim apologists came, but they won't debate us. They don't want to come and debate us. So, have you asked the question why they don't want to debate us?
Shabbat Ali smashed your best preacher, mate. Look at the debate, see what happens against your
Shabbat
best
Ali?
preacher. Yeah, Shabbat Ali. Watch your American.
You mean Shabbat Ali who uses numbers to prove the Quran?
Shabbat Ali, the one that completely debunks your religion, mate.
you name-
Are you a Miaphysite? Are you a Diophysite? What are you, mate? Can you even agree on the nature of God itself? Can you even agree on it? The very beginnings of your religion are covered in bloodshed because you couldn't even agree on the very fundamentals of who God is.
I like your style.
You like my style?
I like your
My friend?
smile.
I have a master's.
I like your smile.
What
You
do
have,
you have?
mate,
What do you have? You have what? Sunday school. I went Sunday school as well, my friend. Trust me.
your masters from?
Don't worry about going. Russell Group, my friend. Russell Group, my friend.
Where'd you get it from? Play school? Where'd you get it from?
Russell Group, my friend. Russell.
Where'd you go?
Russell Group.
Where's that?
You'll be.
Russell Group.
What?
Where did you get your MA from?
Russell Group.
Who's that?
University of Birmingham, mate.
Right, University of Birmingham. Right. Do I have a qualification?
I don't know, mate. Do ya? Oh, I'm sorry.
You make ad hominems against a person who's more qualified than you to talk about Christianity, yeah?
You got a doctorate?
I haven't got a doctorate.
Okay.
What's your master's in?
Theology and religious studies, my friend. Yeah.
What did you specialize in?
Biblical analysis.
Biblical analysis.
Yes.
Have you ever read N.T. Wright?
Have you ever read Mark? Have you read Mark?
Have you read NT right?
Mark cannot even tell you
What kind of a master's course? Wait a minute.
Judea looked
What kind?
How is the history of 0 AD century Judea different? Who wrote
What
that?
kind of a master's course is it that you've never studied NT right?
Mate.
The fact that you've not even studied NT right means that this master's course at Birmingham University needs to get in touch with some other university and give you a decent course, bro.
How about you tell me what it is then?
I've got a degree in theology.
Okay.
I specialized in preaching the homiletics, yeah? That's what I did my dissertation. I studied at MA level, but I got sick. But I specialized in MA in Islam and postmodern philosophy, okay?
Postmodernism, yeah?
Right.
Great.
Okay?
Yeah,
but if
but
you've
to
done
ask you
theology
about
at
bigoted
MA,
son in
have you read
Islam.
Richard Malcolm?
Of course I read Richard Malcolm, fam. Of course, yeah.
Have you read of Richard
ask you
Malcolm?
about
Don't worry about what I read about Richard
What
Malcolm,
have you
fam.
read of Richard
Don't
Malcolm?
worry about Richard Malcolm,
Tell us
fam.
what
Trust
you've
me.
read. It's no good strutting your stuff. I'm a scholar. Give us
I
some.
never
He didn't say he
further.
never claimed he's a scholar.
You've
He
got
never
an
claimed
MA.
he's a scholar.
Give us some information.
You give me information. What's the debate? You haven't even put a platform. What's the debate?
The platform is,
Go on.
we've talked about the prophethood.
Okay.
What is the prophethood of Muhammad? What is the seal of prophethood?
What? What's your argument? What about the prophethood? What about it?
My friend.
There's a plethora of things you could bring up. You haven't even put an argument forward.
My friend, what is the seal of prophethood?
My friend, the seerah? Are you talking about the seerah?
You've got an MA. Come on.
You haven't put anything forward yet.
What have they been teaching you, the Dawah teams? Yeah? You must have been sleeping when you read the Quran,
I'm
bro.
asking.
Right?
What is the argument?
Next point. The satanic verses. That's what we
Oh, my
discussed.
days. Here we
Okay.
go. Salman Rushdie. Okay,
Is
let's
the
go.
satanic verses
Okay.
authentic?
Is it authentic? You tell me. Because they said there's a weaker snad, didn't they? Weaker snad, yeah?
Listen, this isn't
It was
question
never,
time.
my friend, it was
Listen,
never recorded by any
This
other
is not
narration.
question time.
It was never, the person who narrated that, it was never recorded previous to him. Yeah, and he even mentions it.
Who is
He
it?
mentioned it. You tell me who it was.
Who
was
is it? I know it was.
Who was it? Go on, you tell me.
No, you're the MA.
I didn't say I
need to go
studied the
study
satanic,
it, don't you?
mate. I just said to you it's a weaker snad, didn't I? I said the chain of narration for
What
that
is
is
the
weak.
source, bro?
Huh?
What is the source?
You tell me what the source is, bro. Tell me what the
You
source is,
got
bro.
the MA. I'll tell you the
You
source.
got the MA as well, the incomplete MA, but you
I'll
got
tell
it.
you the source. I'll tell you
got
the
sick, you got
source.
almost there.
I'll tell you the source.
Go ahead.
But you tell me the source.
Does mean he doesn't know.
I'm all
Okay,
about.
no,
No, I know.
He
I know.
definitely doesn't know.
I know. No. Right. Is it in Tabari?
Tabari.
It might be. It might be. I don't know.
The fact that you don't know, it's not even worth having a debate. You need to go and study it.
What I do know is that the isnad from it is very weak. That's all I know.
My friend, right? So number one, you don't know about the prophet, seal of prophethood with your MA. You don't know anything about the satanic verses, which is in your earliest biography, Ibn Ishaq. Yeah. Right.
Explain to me.
No. Let me finish. And thirdly, we're on about Muhammad and wife beating, and they're looking at the sources. Do you know the sources?
He giving us, I don't know who did wrote
Do
this
you know the
for him.
sources? Do you
I don't know
the
where did he
sources?
get them from. He doesn't know anything what he's talking about. And he said he saw it in the Quran.
So what we've
Muhammad that he
concluded
was-
here today-
somebody,
we
one
can-
of Sahaba,
what
he was
we've
hitting his
concluded
wife,
today
and Muhammad he was laughing.
Is the Muslims.
I said that's fine.
The
This
Muslims.
is a J. Smith
Listen,
Google
listen,
group.
Listen, I like your glasses.
Yeah.
You look like John Travolta, mate. Right? Listen.
He looks like me. I don't look like him.
Listen, let's go through this again.
Because I'm the original.
In Saudi Arabia,
I'm not a Saudi. I'm not gonna. I don't know nothing about Saudi.
is there any tradition?
I'm from North Africa.
Right. Well, in North Africa, is there a tradition like this? Now, don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you, right? But is there a tradition?
I'll call the police. I'll call the
Is there a
police.
tradition? Is there a tradition where people go around going, slapping people like that?
What that mean to you?
Someone done that? This is in your hadith of Muhammad.
Where is it? Show me.
This is in
It's on
Sahih
camera,
Muslim.
right? It's on camera.
Sahih. Don't start dancing again. Keep still.
This is what he said.
Sahih
He
Muslim.
said to him in front of everyone.
Listen,
You
if
said
10
years ago, I could have knocked his ass
Sahih
out.
Muslim 93506 is in one of your best sources.
If you show me this for real, I become Christian.
My friends, because it's no good laughing. You're laughing at your own prophet who was encouraging.
We're laughing on
Why?
the information that where did you get that
Well,
from?
debunk it then.
We'd like to know because we Google, even Google.
Google,
couldn't find
Gary
what you have said.
Google, where are you?
Google.
Yeah, Gary Google is a master at Googling.
So this one,
Gary Google.
those things.
What we
is
proved
written by,
today,
Mr.
number
Rodney
one,
Stein.
you don't know diddly squat about prophethood. Number two, you don't know diddly squat about the satanic verses. And number three, you don't know diddly squat about your own prophet encouraging white people.
Right? Educate
Now,
us.
I'm going to ask another question. How many verses in the Quran, how many verses in the Quran does it tell you to follow the Prophet Muhammad?
On the Quran, everything. On
How
the
many
Quran,
verses?
It's funny how you're bringing up numbers now, isn't it? When you slandered Shabi Ali for bringing up numbers, you're bringing up numbers now. You're a mess, mate.
What, 91 times?
This guy must have a PhD because he's just got it right. He saved the day. Now, in those 91
How many
verses,
times the Quran mentioned?
what do those verses teach about following Muhammad? In those 91 verses, which he's got right, I don't know where you got it from, but that was a good guess.
From you!
Did I say?
Because you've been asking that question all day.
He got it from me. He's honest. He got it from me because I mentioned it earlier.
You know what did he said earlier? Do you remember? He said if you answer.
Are you going to take my
He said,
PhD?
wait. He said if you answer my question.
fake PhD.
You know what did he say? He said,
but you
I'm
can't
going
get
to
the
ask you
source.
questions.
Yeah, but-
If you answer my question, I'm going to be a Muslim.
No, that was on. No, wait a minute. That was on the seal of the prophets.
Okay, go.
Now, here's the question.
No, but I asked you earlier, what do you mean by begotten son?
I don't know what he's
But you
saying.
didn't answer that.
Let me finish.
Begotten son
What
means...
does the Quran
Come on, man.
teach
Come through
in those
some-
91 verses?
Oh, man.
Let me finish.
Big bang.
You are cool, bro. You are cool. You are cool. You should have your own show. What's your name?
Hassan,
Hassan.
I can see lights. The Hassan Show.
the police behind you. Talk about Jesus now.
Hassan Show. He's got his own show. Yeah, should I?
I like it.
Give him a slap. Give him a tight tap. Right. Are you ready?
You guys are late. He was smacking you. I could have gotten arrested.
Right. Are we getting on to it? What did the verses, the 91 verses, teach about believing in Muhammad and Allah? Did you know that those verses commit shirk?
MashaAllah, you become good scholar.
Allah.
Committed shirk. Tell us.
Who's more important, God, Allah, or Muhammad?
Allah. And then Muhammad.
So why do over half of those verses make Allah and Muhammad equal?
No, it's not. No, that's
No, give us an example. Give us an example, please.
Okay, go. Give us an example.
Well, we'd have to go through all the verses. You would have to
No,
check
just
them out.
one.
Just check them out. I'll give you an example. What they say is this: you must follow Allah and His Messenger, and it makes together. Yeah?
Okay. What is shirk? What is
It
shirk?
equates Allah and the Messenger
No, what is shirk
together,
then?
which is shirk.
You must follow Allah Messenger.
No. It says you must follow Allah and His Messenger both together.
Yeah, of course.
Shirk.
Okay. The word messenger.
Don't dance. You keep dancing, bro.
Listen. He said you must follow God and His. Listen,
What's
you're
your
an
name?
Englishman.
Ali.
You are an
Ali.
Englishman. You have problem with English.
Sorry, go on.
And an immigrant will correct you. He said you must follow Allah,
Teach you English.
and His messenger.
That in itself makes him subordinate to him because it says it's messenger. It's very obvious.
No. When you read it, it makes it clear that the authority of Muhammad is the same as the authority of Allah. It is.
You say you need to listen to Queen.
Now here's another question.
Go on.
Here's another
Listen
question.
to say you need to listen to Queen Elizabeth, and to me is me.
Chain of narration. Let me ask a question about chain of narration.
He's always described as his messenger.
Yeah, but it equates.
No. So God and His messenger. Yeah. Messenger, like the messenger.
If you look at all the verses, if you look at all the verses, my friend, no. If you look at all the verses, they are together, absolutely together. Jesus says, I and the Father are one. Yeah? Right? Listen.
That's shirk.
Listen. Yeah.
That's,
All the verses, about 50 verses, makes Allah and Muhammad together the same. Okay. Right. Study it. Right. Here's another question. Chain of narration. Has the Quran been preserved over time through chain of narration?
The Quran was compiled during the reign of Abu Bakr.
But chain of narration, is it preserved?
It's not a chain narration. Hadith is chain narration. What do you
That's
mean?
what I mean.
The
Has it been-
Quran was compiled during the time of Abu Bakr, like that. That's when it was done.
But then,
Only 2 years after, no, not even 2 years after his death.
But what does
Very
the word
recent.
Quran mean?
When was the Bible
What does the
compiled,
word
my friend?
Quran
Let's get
mean?
on to that.
What-
Let's go on to that one, my friend.
No.
100 AD,
Let
yeah?
me finish.
100 AD. Come
what
on,
does
come
the
on.
Quran? What does the Quran mean? The word Quran.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Oh
God.
boy.
What does it mean? Are you ready?
Go on.
Now stop dancing. Don't dance now.
Listen to you. You're educating us.
Don't dance. Yes, excited. Don't stop. He's a man, not a woman.
Let's hear the argument for you a million
Are you
times.
ready? Are you ready? Right.
We're ready, yeah.
What does the word Quran mean?
Tell him.
Recitations.
Right. Shake my hand now. Shake my hand. Point taken.
Well, do that.
All this academic dancing was for no reason. It's recitation, right? So you have your chain of narration where the Quran is. Listen. Where it is supposedly been preserved through chain of narration. Let me finish. It is. Let me finish. Now here's a question. Give me an example. Give me an example of a hadith, right? That is a good chain of narration.
I don't have no MA, no BSc, no whatever.
Yeah, you're saying the Quran's been preserved, so surely you can give me an example of a chain of narration that's solid. Give me, right, in Surah 9, there is a verse in there, I can't remember the actual verse, but in Surah 9, there's a verse that has two people who verify that should be in there. You can trace it back, right? So I want you to give me an example, let me finish, of a hadith where you can show a good chain of narration where you can say that companion verifies that this is eyewitness or good information about Muhammad. Can you do that? No?
I don't have that.
Okay. So.
I don't know them.
You don't know, no. So what we've learned here, let me tell you something. What we've learned here, if you go to your earliest manuscript of biography, one of your earliest, Ibn Ishaq, right? He says this. He says Muhammad said this by such and such a person, names the name, but then he says, but he got it from somebody I don't know who. Right? So he says, I got this about Muhammad. Listen to me.
When you're making a claim,
Let me finish.
I heard this and this.
Let me finish. My source. I'll give you my source. I'll give you my source. Read the first one.
Tell us what are you talking
Let me
about.
finish. I'm going.
No, I don't know what are you talking about.
Let me finish.
You have to say the hadith and then tell us.
Let me finish.
Okay,
Let me
yeah.
finish. If you read the first 100 pages of Ibn Ishaq, right, and you dig into his sources,
What did you say?
right? He says he'll say a name of a person who said that Muhammad said this, and he'll name a name, right? But then he'll say, but that person got it from somebody else, and he doesn't give a name. So what that shows you is it's a weak hadith. Yeah, but it's based on bad information.
It's
right?
a weak hadith.
Yeah.
But
the
two
problem,
people.
but
There's
the
two people in
problem,
the chamber.
listen,
That's weak as hell.
But the
We wouldn't even consider that.
Listen, I know.
Two
Yes,
people.
yes.
I heard it.
He got the information from somebody, names the name, but then he says, well, he got it from somebody else who doesn't name the name.
Yeah, that's honesty.
The problem is, your earliest source, one of your earliest sources, Ibn Ishaq, is not reliable. Your earliest source, one of your earliest sources. So you're building you're building, you haven't got solid foundation for history. Listen, you haven't got solid foundation for the history of Muhammad, and listen, and for your Quran. That's in your earlier sources. My challenge is read the first 100 pages of Ibn Ishaq. End of debate. God bless you.